Hey everybody, this is Joe with Veroot CTPAT, back with more frequently asked questions. Today we're going to be addressing a topic we hear a lot about or get a lot of questions on, which is what exactly is AEO, Authorized Economic Operator, and what is MRA, Mutually Recognized Arrangements? What do these acronyms all mean in the context of CTPAT? This is what we're going to address today. It's as much as answering a question as it is discussing a topic. So first, what we're going to do is go back into history a little bit. Right after World War II, the year is 1947, and a group of European countries got together and they said, you know what, let's start a cooperative customs organization. And from there, what happened was they got together and they said, okay, let's put together a harmonized tariff, meaning let's make sure we have like a standard process by which to categorize all goods so that we can apply the necessary taxes as they come in and out of the countries that were members of this organization. And what happened was over time, and by 1950, it turned into the WCO, or World's Custom Organization. And then it kind of spread throughout the world. So at that point, what you had was in Brussels, Belgium, a company called the World Customs Organization had actually incorporated and started managing what we now call the Harmonized Tariff of goods. So everything is described by this listing, this numeric listing of goods. So if you have a certain code, you can say, oh, this is men's clothing, or this is automobile electronics, or things like that. So once that was all settled, basically that got rolled out throughout the world. All the countries essentially adopted the harmonized tariff because it was easy to use and easy then to tax goods in and out of their ports. And then what started from there is the concept of AEO, or Authorized Economic Operator. AEO is essentially a collection of 4 different points. Let's go through those. One is the harmonized tariff. So AEO member countries that have AEO programs use the harmonized tariff, and they make sure that it's electronically executed between their importers and exporters. In the US, we have a system called ACE that does that. The second pillar, if you will, is the ability to have a consistent risk management approach in your country. So rules and regulations in a program like CTPAT or AEO. The third concept is the ability to do an inspection. So one country may ask another country to do an inspection, or the country itself may inspect goods as they come in and out of the ports. And then the fourth is to provide real tangible benefits to members of this program. So lower inspection times, quicker movement through the port, maybe an assigned supply chain security specialist, things like that. So that is basically the AEO framework. You can see that CTPAT is actually an AEO program that kind of sits underneath the AEO banner. So countries may have different names for it, like Canada, for instance, has PIP, or Partners in Protection. But most countries around the world actually use the acronym AEO for their program. So for instance, Taiwan has an AEO program. China has an AEO program. Most of the European countries have AEO programs. What we see as a result of that is that there's these mutually recognized arrangements where if another company has AEO, or a program that's really set up to be an Authorized Economic Operator program like Canada's PIP, Partners in Protection, all those are equivalent. And so what you do not need to do is you don't need to go on site and do an inspection. You don't need to do an audit. You can simply confirm that they're part of these programs, and then you can essentially in your CTPAT documentation or in any electronic portal that you use basically indicate, okay, this company's good to go. We don't need to worry about them from a securities perspective. So anyway, that's how AEO, MRA, PIP, all this fits together, a bunch of acronyms, but that is the thought process behind the Authorized Economic Operator. Hopefully this was informative to you guys. If you have any other questions, this is what we do. VerootCTPAT.com is the website. Compliance@Veroot.com if you need any additional help. Thanks for listening and have a great day.